Bonjour, this is Cyril from Work Smarter, Live Better. In this video, I want to share an important daily routine. I'm at the moment home and it's early morning, and like most morning, I'm in my reading routine. So every morning I take about 30 minutes to read a book. So I sit down, you might be able to see, let's see if I can mirror it, yeah, flip around. I'm just like beautiful Sydney day, again an amazing day, just stunning, up. And I have a little morning, I mean, those who know me know that I have a little morning routine, and one of them is about reading. So what am I reading at the moment? I'm reading a book called Never Eat Alone, about creating successful relationship, that I heard about from someone that I know, and I was very curious and ordered the book and have a read at the moment. The issue I found is we make a big difference between the learning years and the working years. And so you go to school, you go to university, you're in learning mode, you're learning many things. And then a lot of us are starting working and busy jobs. And I work with lots of leaders around the world who are super busy, who start early in the morning, who finish late in the evening, and they're exhausted, and there are absolutely very little time for self-development and learning. I love the quote from Gandhi, and it really resonated with me. And the quote is, live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you're going to live forever. And it's this thirst of learning that I've seen top performer always have. And so, as I mentioned, I'm a great believer of the morning routine, and one part of my morning routine is called Read to Learn. And so I block 30 minutes in the morning, and I sit down, I take a book, or I can watch a really interesting TED Talk or a video. I have with me, well, what do I have? My glasses, pens, I have a fluo, and I also have a little book or a little notebook where I write down ideas of what I read. The way I do this, and you might say, well, but what book do you read? I want to show you something. So let me see if I can go to my office. So up, you see here is my bookshelves, and at the bottom of my bookshelves, there are like a lot of book here in stack. And so what I do on this one, let's turn around. What I do on this one is whenever I hear about an interesting book, so I might be talking to someone, I might be reading another book. If you pay attention, you'll hear about interesting book on a regular basis. And in my mobile phone, I have a note called Book to Read. And on a regular basis, I check a little bit the comment on this book. And then if it sounds interesting, I order it. Online. I use either, we've got Dimox here in Australia, which is a big bookstore, or I use Abbey Books. It's a worldwide site where you can buy secondhand book, and I have the ship it to me, keep them in this, and when I finish one, I take another one. And then I sit down half an hour. I've done a course recently about speed reading, and I really read this book with a pen and fluo, just paying attention, writing some ideas about how I can use this and incorporating for myself. This is my daily habits about reading to learn. I have read so many interesting books. There's so many interesting knowledge that have been put by people in book about self-development, about the area that I mean about personal productivity, about growth, any topic that interests me. I just buy the book and want to devour it and read it. What are your learning habits? How do you learn? How do you make sure that you've created either a daily or weekly habit to continue growing and developing yourself? My suggestion, make that a routine, make that a habit, and you'll be surprised. Even if you read 10 page, 15 page a day, well, within 2 weeks, you've read a book. That's amazing, and that's more than most people. This is this week, Work Smarter, Live Better. I'm going to go back to my book. You have a lovely day. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.